we have Bec up on a box next to Bec and Cian. You are a grinder.
Yeah, I am indeed.
What brought you to Kalisto? How did you get involved with the team?
Yeah, so this is my first season with the Kalisto guys. I sailed at the Caro 52 for quite a few years, and Kalisto were obviously our Admiral's Cup teammate. So yeah, the gym asked me along for this Hobart race, along with a couple of the other Caro guys. So we packed over onto this 52 for this one.
Crossed over.
I joined the team for the Admiral's Cup this year, so obviously they were looking for a girl to join the team, so I jumped on and they asked me to come out here for the Hobart. So yeah, very happy about that.
You're the youngest person involved with, let's call it the Kalisto sailing program, because we've got the 40, we've got the 52.
Yeah.
I mean, he's super supportive of females and youth. We're now here not at the Admiral's Cup and you're still on board.
Yeah, I think it's just a testament to how much Jim is passionate about progressing people through the sport. I had this opportunity to join the team for the Admiral's Cup because there was a rule, and you know, obviously you're very grateful for the opportunity, but no expectation to carry on because you know the realities and it's a bigger boat, stronger boat. So I was really pleased to be asked back because it's a big opportunity that a lot of people don't get as a, you know, smaller individual and a female in general to step on board a, you know, very stacked crew of people. So yeah, very grateful that Jim decided to keep me on with the program and kind of continue my opportunity.
Super special, but that said, you are the youngest. And what is it like being on board?
I think the biggest learning that I've had this year is that, you know, I've had the opportunity to sail offshore with some of my heroes. You know, we did the Fastnet with Mike Sanderson and with Dean Barker, and they're really normal guys that love a bit of banter. They're really passionate about the sport and they're very talented, but you know, they view everyone as contributing to the team, and that really grew my confidence as a person because I think when you look up to these big scary teams, you think, oh, you know, those guys are different in a way.
I think most people started to take notice of you, unfortunately, after your mini Fastnet, then moving on to do the Fastnet as part of the Admiral's Cup. And who mentored you along the way to get to that point?
Yeah, I think I had the opportunity to be part of the Magenta project, and I've always had offshore racing and ocean racing as my goal, and they paired me up with Justine Matreau, and she's a massive inspiration of mine. Obviously this year she's, you know, won the World Sailor of the Year, and she talked to me about the Mini and inspired me about all of the sailing that was going on in France, and now I actually have my own campaign for the Mini Transit race. But I think, yeah, it's just that thing of meeting people that have done these crazy races and chatting to them and realising that it is achievable. You just have to kind of work hard and keep going at it, and that inspired me to take on these sort of different things and get involved.
You've got a very different role. Talk to me about how important it is to your role about equipment is working properly.
Yeah, I mean, Kalisto is primarily an offshore boat, so the Harken package we have on board is sort of super reliable. It's an older, we're running older Harken 65 winches and sort of a standard MX pedestal setup. And yeah, the kind of key thing for an offshore boat is it's super simple, super reliable, and then you just don't need to think about it, it all just works. So you look at this versus say a Super Series 52 where we use Harken air winches and rotary pumps, hydraulics systems are way more complicated, but we've got big shore teams and technicians and guys from Harken Pro Care who come and look at that stuff every single day. Whereas this stuff, I just don't want to have to think about it for the whole regatta, you know?
Yeah.
So it's great, it's reliable, it does its job, and we don't need to think about it, which is exactly what you want out of a winch and a deck gear system package.
So obviously you've done most of your sailing as part of this program with Caro, the partner, the sister ship in the Admiral's Cup.
Yep.
What are the differences between Caro and this boat?
Yeah, so Caro was designed and launched in 2019 and hit the water in 2020, so it's a newer boat. It was designed primarily again as an offshore boat, but one that you can take and go and race competitively inshore. Whereas Pac52 Callisto it's pretty much an offshore 52. So Caro had options to put in a tiller or wheels. We had 3 pedestals, which was quite good for the inshore stuff as well as the offshore. We had reelers, we had a drop wheel for the spinnakers. So that boat, you could go and take it to a regatta like the Admiral's Cup, do all the inshore races, and then swap it into offshore mode. But again...
Do both have water balance?
No, this boat doesn't have any water ballast, whereas Caro had water ballast and we sailed with less people. So yeah, they're a lot of similarities and then also some quite big differences. But the the design of Caro was sort of, again, reliability and simplicity, which is quite similar to this boat.
Now, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. How many people are under the age of 30 on the Kalisto program?
More than most other teams. I think there's 5 or 6 of us.
For the racing, there's me, and then, as I say, for the training, we have Isabel and Alicia who train with us as well.
And then they're also doing the race, but not on this boat. I love that.
Yeah, Alicia's with Vixen, which is a Kiwi boat, and she's actually done a Tasman crossing with Vixen to bring her over here. You know, this team is very supportive of letting people go off and sail and do their thing. So luckily, you know, she bagged the time off to go do the race.
She's racked up 4,000 offshore miles in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Just going back and forth across the Tasman, sailing with this boat, sailing with others. So Jim and the team are really facilitating her sailing alongside working with this team, which is awesome and quite rare that someone's so accommodating, which is just a testament to Jim and the program and his desire for young people and women to get into the sport and get up to the higher echelons of it.
I'm just sitting here like mouth dropped, can't see me, but I'm so grateful to people like Jim for giving pathways like that. What are you most looking forward to about the Hobart?
Probably Cascade Draft on the dock when we finish. I am looking forward to help you to the fast downwind sailing. It's personally my favourite yacht race, and couldn't really think of doing anything else at Christmas now. So just looking forward to the start day and being out there and hopefully some fast downwind.
Welcome to the club. And what about yourself, Boo?
Well, it's my first Sydney to Hobart race, so I've watched it every single year that I can remember, and just all those iconic moments coming out Sydney Heads, going around the organ pipes and just experiencing everything that the race is going to throw at me. I'm just excited to soak it all in and experience it for the first time.